Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? So I don't remember if I've done a reading for you before because I do so many of them. So I like to explain real quick kind of how this works. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures. Did I say saw me? Show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. I try to describe the picture the best I can. There is always a reason for whatever they show or say. So if it doesn't make any sense now, keep it in mind because you'll either see it later, remember it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and go, oh, know what he's talking about. This is not an exact science. We communicate the best way we can. But sometimes you'll have to stretch it outside the box a little bit. It's totally up to him. It's his ball game. I can ask him any questions I want to. Doesn't mean he has to answer me. But they always want. He's over here tapping me on the shoulder, going, "Come on, come on, come on, shut up." Hmm. He's got a smell about him. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can pinpoint. It's not like BO or anything like that. It's something distinctive. I almost want to say like it's laundry soap, or it doesn't. I don't think it's cologne. It could be like a musky cologne. It's something on him. Um, could be a hair product because that's what they usually use. Something that you'll understand a certain smell. It like when you get cleaned up to go out or go someplace that he would use something, but I don't think that's what it is. I think it's something on his clothes. So I don't know if it's like a fabric softener or laundry soap. Maybe it's just a bar of soap. Maybe it's the soap because it's different, and I can't. But you'll know when you smell this, and usually you'll get like just a little whiff, and the first person that's going to pop in your head is him. That will be a sign from him. So make sure when he sends you signs to validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more. If you want more, that's your free will choice. But give him permission, ask him, tell him you'd like him to, if that's what you want. And you can be in your car, you can be outside, you can be in the store, doesn't matter where you're at when you get that little whiff. Every so often I wake up and I instantly smell chocolate chip cookies, but I still don't know who it is. And they've been doing it for quite a while, trying to get my attention. Okay, now he's talking about, he said something about a hot rod and he goes, vroom, vroom. Hot rod, vroom, vroom. But do you have a young boy or is there a young boy close to you? And it could be a girl, but it looks more like a boy that has some kind of a toy, or it looks like something that, kids sit on and pedal or scoot on, some kind of scooter or some kind of trike or something. And the kid goes vroom, vroom all the time. Or somebody else does it to him when he's writing this. He's trying to validate that he knows what's going on. Or maybe he did this with your kids. I think you have kids. Maybe he used to do this with your kids, and that's what he's trying to validate. He says, I am happy. That, hang on. I don't know how to explain this. You said something about him hurting really bad at the end, but in the very end, when you thought he was in so much pain, he's not showing fully gone. It's like 1 foot in and 1 foot out on the other side. Our spirit, our soul doesn't feel the pain. Our old heavy body, and we leave that here. So yeah, it can hurt, but as far as how's he saying that? His true essence didn't feel any pain. They already kind of lifted him out away from that so he didn't have to deal with the trauma of it. I know that might sound a little weird. Yeah, I've heard a lot of weird shit in my world. But yeah, and there's a lot of time they will pull you out so that you don't have to deal with it. This is just our vehicle to run around Earth in. Our spirit, our soul. This is our car. Run around here and do stuff. So once it's gone, there is no more pain. There is no more. That stays with the body. He says, even though I was uncomfortable, it wasn't as bad as you probably thought it was. He's got a big smile on his face. He says, you're a beautiful child. I could not be more proud of you. You can do nothing wrong in my eyes. And I don't know why he's doing this, if he ever used to do that to you. I'm watching you type of thing, but that's not the way he's really saying it this time. Or you might see somebody do that in the near future, or even on a movie, video, doesn't matter. Everything they do has a reason. Don't think you can ever disappoint me no matter what you do. You're beautiful just the way you are. He's calling you sunshine. Oh, now he's starting to sing the song. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. He's singing Sunshine on My Shoulders, I think is the correct name of the song. It's by John Denver. Maybe you like John Denver, maybe you do. Not sure how this fits in, but go Google that song. There'll be something in there for you. This is how he feels about you being the sunshine of his life. And I'm sorry I didn't show you enough. So go YouTube that song, and you might even hear John Denver, or you might hear this song pop up on the radio. I don't know what kind of music you listen to. It could be in a movie. You could be walking through the store and see John Denver on something, or anything along that line. I know it sounds kind of like I'm stretching it too far, but that's seriously the way it looks, or the way it works. Again, whenever something like that happens, validating, acknowledging. Tell him you love him and ask him to bring you more if you want more. He's talking about bushes. Bushes? Like shrubs? Bushes? Did he fall down in the bushes? Did you fall down in the bushes? Did you trip over a bush? Something about bushes, but it's like somebody fell in the bush. He's giggling. I'm assuming either this has happened since he's gone, or this is a memory for him. I'm not sure which way he's going with it. Did he push you into a bush on purpose and then laugh? He's kind of ornery. He feels like a sweetheart. He says, I wouldn't hurt anybody in the world. Wouldn't hurt a fly. Unless they cross me. That got a little serious. But it's okay. I hope you know that I heard you. He's talking about towards the end. At some point towards the end, he says, I'm hoping you know that I heard you. And then he's going click, 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 click. It's not, I wouldn't say it's snapping fingers, but it's, I don't know what would go click, 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 click. Maybe you heard a click, click as you were talking to him. I honestly don't know. He keeps taking me back to my friend Bill, who died of pancreatic cancer. And I don't know that your Bill did, or that's why he's referring to it, or because the the pain and the stuff was similar. Well, I would call him up and he'd go, I hurt so bad I can't even talk on the phone. He'd say, hang up. So I'm fine. Okay, he showed me the night before my friend Bill died. So there's always a reason for whatever they show. And they'll refer to a lot of things in my life, so I can, you might have to stretch it outside the box. But anyway, the night before he died, he was put in the hospital, I think a day or two before. And they had him on morphine. So he really didn't open his eyes or move, really. But there was quite a few of us in the room, and all of us good friends. And we were telling stories about him and actually laughing. And he never could keep his mouth out of a story. And I'd watch him and his breathing would change like he wanted to say something so bad and chime in with a story about him. He was a he was a great guy. He was a big guy. He was a great guy. So I don't know if you were there when he passed or close to it, but he showed me my bill. He showed me, I think I was the only one in the room that noticed that every time they'd get to a part where he normally would have chimed in, his breathing would change. And he'd get a little, I don't want to say animated, but he really wasn't moving. So anyway, something about that is going to relate to your bill. Okay. So this looks like it's probably your living room. Doesn't have to be. It's a room in a house, or at least this is the way he's showing it. And it's like you trip. It's almost like somebody stuck their foot out in front of you, and you know how you trip on something, you kind of boom, boom, with 2 or 3 more steps and catch yourself. So I don't know if he's validating that he saw that. He's kind of giggling. He says, "Well, you didn't get hurt." He's a cutie. So unless he used to stick his foot out and trip you, then this is something that he has seen you do since he left. And sometimes when they bring stuff like that up, I go, "Oh heck, I do that," and then I'd forget about it, But you bring up stuff that you're going to remember. So hopefully, if that happened, it would have been recently where you would remember. So he is showing himself as like standing there, and Steve walks through and they both kind of do this thing, and he keeps going. So it's not like they've hung out or really had any interaction, at least by what he's showing, but they did see each other in passing. I'm not exactly sure how that works up there, but he okay, so he did see him walk by, going to where he needed to go. He's talking about a car, a car, a car, a car. Okay, he's not elaborating. That's not much help. I can ask questions. I can't twist their arm. He says a car again, so no clue. Okay, he's mentioning a child. I think it's your child. I don't know if you have any kids. It's obviously a male that maybe was named after him or something in his name. Maybe his middle name's Bill. Something about this child having something in his name to honor your dad. I'm leaning towards the middle name. He's very proud, very proud. He wishes he'd spent more time with you. He wishes he had honored you more. He says, remember that when you have children. Don't get so caught up in everyday life, the hustle and bustle, that you forget about the most important part, which is the love. That is the highest vibration up there. That is the highest vibration here, is the love vibration. And love never dies. And love is an energy. It's energy, and you can't kill energy. And that's just quantum physics for what little dab I know about stuff like that. It's okay. He's also talking about something on your body that maybe you got in honor of him. Like he's pointing at my tattoo. I have it, my Bob that killed himself. I have B.O.B. tattooed on my ankle. So he's mentioning something like that. But it's more like, I feel more like it's a picture, not his name. Some kind of a picture. Like, I want to get a white butterfly because that's a big sign for my Bob. I want to get one on my left ankle. He says he's very honored by it. He's going like this. He's very honored by it. He wants to hop, jump, and jump around and like he's doing a strange little tap dance, and he's just jumping all over the place like an overexcited kid is what he's doing. He's, look, I can move on my fingers, on my toes, I can jump, I can do this. I am healthy, for whatever healthy is, because we don't have these bodies anymore. He's good. He's laughing. He's smiling. He Now he's making himself, with no shirt on, look like Mr. America and doing the Mr. Bodybuilder. And he's got all these muscles and stuff because they can do that. He can show himself to me like that if he wants to. I can be buff if I want. I can now. No, he's a great guy. Got a great sense of humor. Peaceful, light, bright, just feels good. But once we shed this old achy body and we go up there and they cleanse us, and I always say it's like peeling an onion. They strip all that old heavy energy that we acquire down here, and we hang on to the regrets and that blah. And they cleanse us of that, and until we're all light and bright, like our spirit, our soul is supposed to be. We bog it down with crap. I'm talking about myself too. He says, don't forget the most important thing is your relationship with the people around you, the love. If He says, if they bug the shit out of you and annoy you and make you feel yucky and make you have a knot in your stomach, he goes, walk away from them. Walk away from whoever does that. You don't have to never. It's not like you don't ever speak to them again. Shut the door and get out. Just back yourself up from them. That's what Dad's saying. Just back yourself up from them. Don't make them the foremost front center of your attention. And then he's showing like this person being more important than a child. Maybe not more important, but maybe giving him more attention than a child. So I don't know if you have kids or you're going to have kids pretty soon, if he's talking about in the future. So if somebody does make you feel that way, just know you just need to put a little space in between you so it doesn't all encompass you and I don't want to say block out the ones that are really and are most important to you, but you kind of, I don't know what he's trying to say. Um, Maybe not paying as much attention to the one you need to. I don't know what he's talking about for sure, but hopefully you do. He said, I wasn't real good at it. He said, I didn't spend enough time with you. Not, not like, and maybe he spent tons of time with you, but right now where he's at, he feels like he knows that that should have been the most important thing. And that's what he should have done the most instead of worrying about, he says, bills, car payment, electricity. He's talking about the physical part of life. He says, you've got a good heart. You're beautiful. You are my sunshine. Okay, I'm not sure what he's trying to show me, but it's almost like you're a ballerina. And of course, he could be talking about when you were little, all little girls, prance around and spin like a ballerina, but he's showing you grown up. And it's like you're just light and bright and spinning around. And I don't know if you just really like dance or you want to take a dance class, an aerobic class, you want to teach a class, something something that would make your heart sing, something along that line. But he says you're not fully invested. Not sure why. I assume, I don't know if you're doing a little bit of it, but you want to do more and you're just not fully into it yet. He's not being totally clear. Like, you should go further with it. You will be very good at it. So if you want to be a dance teacher, aerobics teacher, something along that line, maybe you think you won't make enough money at it. It's not going to be worth your time because you're not quite fully invested. Get ready because you need to be. Dancing always makes the heart sing. It raises your vibration. Okay, now he's singing. He's got his hand in his pocket and he's jingling his change, but he's singing Keep Your Hands to Yourself. Alexa says it's by Georgia's Satellites. That's not who I'm remembering sang that song originally, but I even tried to Google it and I'm not coming up with the right name. Um, so anyway, go. Don't, it's called, it says, don't give me no line. Keep your hands to yourself. I don't think it was Georgia Satellites. They might have redone it. But anyway, go YouTube that song. Go Google it. Read the words. So I don't know if this was a song. I still don't think that's the right artist. Anyway, song like maybe might be to dance or something somewhere, and that song came on, and he always had to get up and wiggle to it. You'll also hear the jingling of some guys. I haven't heard it in a long time. Like to jingle, put their hand in their pocket and jingle their change, kind of a nervous habit. Maybe he did that. It might be part of it, or you could be walking through the store and hear somebody doing it, or you could be watching a movie and somebody's doing it there, or this song come on, or whatever. This was a song we used to love to dance to, make it wiggle. Anyway, with that, he's bowing down to you. He admires you. He's very proud of you. And as he's walking away, he's wiggling his butt on purpose, kind of over exaggerating it. Oh, oh, what is it? Say it again. I hate to see you leave, but I don't mind watching you walk away. He's wiggling his butt as he's doing it, walking away. He's a cutie. With that, he's leaving. Much love to you, my dear. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.